Hey everyone, today I'm going to give you some advice about building your makeup collection. I have been wearing makeup for a very long time, but I only started getting serious about it in the last year or two, and if I could go back to that point in time, there's a lot of things that I would have done differently. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a video about some things that I have observed along the way that I wish I had realized back then. So that to save you money and just some pieces of advice that I wish I had realized sooner. Okay? One thing I would not change is when you first start buying MAC, there are millions of eyeshadow shades. Okay, probably not millions. Thousands? No. Hundreds? I don't know. There's probably been thousands, though, if you count all the limited edition collections. But the way that I did this, and this was one thing I think that I did right, was I looked at all the eyeshadows in the permanent line, and I picked out the one that I thought was the prettiest. And that happened to be Aqua. This is the one that I really, it just jumped off the shelf at me, and I said, this is beautiful. So, most people can't go out and buy like dozens of pots of eyeshadow all at once, so I bought this for the lid, and then I bought Silver Ring for the crease, and I bought Floof for my highlight. So that's a good place to start, okay? Not necessarily these colors, but start with a lid color, a crease color, and a highlight. And the thing is, you will get so much use out of your highlight and crease colors because now you can use these with something other than Aquadesiac. Because that video that I did the other day about colors, tones, shades, all that sort of thing, that all comes into play with this, because what I would recommend you do is focus on the colors that look best on you. Okay, I'm not saying never to buy crazy colors or colors that are unflattering, because everybody should have those in their collection to a certain extent. But you just don't want to buy a lot of things that aren't going to look good on you. Case in point, limited edition collections. Okay, MAC is constantly coming out with limited edition collections, and when you're first starting off collecting makeup, you get very excited about these, and the tendency is to want to buy everything or as much as possible from these collections. Well, that's all fine and good, except for the fact that a lot of times these collections aren't going to look good on you personally. And you'll end up having a bunch of colors that you hardly ever use. So my recommendation would be to try to avoid purchasing things from these limited edition collections initially, okay? MAC has a fantastic permanent color selection to choose from. And you can find everything you need or want in that. So I would say, start off that way. Worry about the limited edition collections later on, once you have all the colors that suit you best or colors that you enjoy. I did it the other way around. I focused too much on those limited edition collections, and here's just one example. This is my brown eyeshadow box. As you know, I segmented them all by color. And of this box, there's probably only one shadow in here that's actually flattering on me, and that would be Satin Taupe, because it's a taupe with silver shimmer in it. Okay, the rest of these do not look good on me. So that's a waste of money. And I wish I had thought about that. You know, I have oranges and yellows and they really don't do anything for me. I personally look better in blues, greens, grays, pinks, black, white, you know, cool or neutral colors. So yeah, that's one thing. Another thing is when you're collecting makeup, I strongly advise that you don't just get department store makeup such as MAC, or don't just get drugstore makeup, Maybelline, CoverGirl, whatever. Try and collect a mixture of things, and the reasoning behind that for me is if you buy just department store makeup, yes, you're going to have really good quality makeup, but the average person cannot afford to buy a lot of that because it's very expensive. So if you supplement it with drugstore makeup, then you can get a wider variety of colors to play with, because isn't that what makeup is all about? It's playing, it's artistry, it's having fun with colors. So I would say, you know, try and get a mixture. If you don't have a lot of money to play with, like most of us don't, then just try to buy a few things from the department store that you can use a lot. That's when it's really important to make good choices for what suits you best. I just have a few things written down here. I want to make sure I covered everything. Okay, and the only other thing that I wanted to mention today is when it comes to Mac Pro stores, I just wanted to throw out there that you don't need a Mac Pro card to shop at those stores. So if you have one within driving distance of you, take full advantage of it, because they have a lot of things there that are not available anywhere else, and you do not have to have a Mac Pro card to shop there. So hopefully you found this advice helpful, and if you are just starting out collecting makeup and you have any specific questions, hopefully I can address those for you, and you can leave them down in the comments below. See ya.